Hello and welcome to Physics Teacher. Join me as I challenge myself to review all the power rules for all you grade 11 math students and show you how to change between rational powers to radicals using just one question. And make sure you stay to the end because I'll show you how to solve an expression like this without even using your calculator. Let's get started. Alright, so here's the question we're going to solve. So we have a lot of simplifying to do here. The first is going to be multiplying powers of similar bases. So if I were to have, say, x to the n, and I multiplied x to the m, when you multiply similar bases, you add the exponents. So it becomes n plus m. So let's just look at the numerator here. Here we have a. There's nothing there, so that's essentially a 1, but we don't usually write 1. So a to the power of 1 times a to the power of minus 4/3. So what we have to do is do 1 plus negative 4/3, or 1 minus 4/3. So that would be a to the power of negative 1/3. Now we can do the same thing with b. So here we have b to the 1/3 times b squared. So we add the exponents, 2 plus 1/3. So this becomes b to the power of 7/3. Look how much we simplified that. I didn't need to make this bracket so big. So we still have that squared there, and we're still dividing by a squared. Next, dividing powers of similar bases. So if I had x to the n, and I divided by x to the m, then we subtract those exponents. It becomes n minus m. So in this case, a and a similar. So what we're going to do is we're going to take negative 1/3 and we're going to subtract 2. So negative 1/3 minus 2 gives us minus 7/3. And then we still have that b to the power of 7/3. And that's all squared. Next rule is if we have a negative exponent. So x to the negative 1 can be written as 1 over x to the power of 1. So in this case, I have a to the negative 7/3. I can rewrite that as, let's leave b where it is, so b to the 7/3. But I can put it in the denominator and change that exponent to a positive exponent. So 7/3. All squared. Look at all these power rules we're learning. The next one is power of a power. So if we were to have x to the power of n, and then we took that to the power of m, then we are multiplying those exponents. So it's n times m. So in this case, we're going to have to apply the square to both the b and the a. So b to the 7/3 times 2 gives us b to the 14/3. And we have the same exponent for a, so a to the 14/3. Now the last thing I'm going to teach you, which is new for grade 11, the rest should have been a review for you, but what do we do if we have, say, x to the 1/3? What are we going to do in that case? Well, here's a couple things that we know. We know that 2 times 2 times 2 is equal to 8. But we also know that 8 to the power of 1/3 times 8 to the power of 1/3 times 8 to the power of 1/3, if we apply our first rule right here, we add those exponents. 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/3, which is just 1. So that leaves us with 8. That means that 8 to the power of 1/3 is equal to 2. And we can write that as the cubic root of 8. Okay, so how I'm going to write this is that our new rule, x to the 1 over n, is going to be the nth root of x. So let's bring that 14 out there. They're both to the power of 14, so I'm just going to write this as b to the 1/3 over a to the 1/3 to the power of 14. And then I can even write that as just b over a to the power of 1/3, which is the cubic root of b over a. And then we won't forget to the power of 14. So there we go. One question to help us go over all the rules we need to know in grade 11 for exponents. Now let's help apply these rules to help figure out what this would evaluate to without using a calculator. So the main trick is to turn 27 into a power with the lowest possible base. So for example, I know that 3 cubed is 27. So I can change 27 into 3 cubed. And that is all to the power of 2/3. Now this becomes a lot easier. So a power of a power means we multiply them. So we're going to take 3 times 2/3. That's just a 2. Right? Because the 3's essentially cancel. And we're left with that 2 there. And 3 squared is 9. See? We didn't need a calculator. I hope this video helped. And if you're planning on taking grade 12 physics next year, for a limited time you can download my entire course pack for my grade 12 physics course for free in the description. Check it out, and thanks for watching.